I cannot hold this medal without asking myself, what Du Bois would say about the commitments that are unraveling in this place and in this time? I would imagine that the author of Reconstruction would understand how efforts to undermine equity-based practices in institutions ranging from education to government have spread like an uncontrolled wildfire. It is Redemption 2.0. Attacks on critical race theory, on diversity, equity, and inclusion, and on Black history have been undertaken by legislation in 23 states, impacting 25 million school children, banning so-called divisive concepts defined as ideas and stories that cause discomfort. Calls to abolish the Department of Education, to defund Head Start and coach even Sesame Street. To give even one parent in a school the right to veto a lesson about slavery or the Tulsa race riot or Ruby Bridges. It's only the most visible dimension of the attack on public education. The number of books banned in public schools nearly tripled last year to over 10,000, 47% being written by or featuring content relating to people of color or the LGBTQ communities. At the federal level, 100 groups, including former administration officials, have called for the elimination of the words diversity, equity, and inclusion from all government documents, and for the firing of any employee who fails to object to a training in diversity, equity, inclusion, or critical race theory. And it's not just the products of our presence that are being erased, but the very pipelines that bring us here, as the willing overcompliance to SFFA, the anti-affirmative action case, shows us across the terrain. The goal of Redemption 2.0 is clear: to erase usable knowledge about our past to create a different future, to silence the scholars and artists who create and advance it, and to rob future generations of the truths that lie beneath the ruins of freedom denied. For those of us who study and create Black studies, one thing is 100% clear. It's not a few of us that they're coming after. Every challenge we've made to the status quo, every effort to uncover the truth about the myth of our nation's immaculate conception is at stake. That's why we have to fight to sustain critical thinking about the ways that history stretches into this moment. Without it, our children are only left to understand inequality as a product of our own deficits, that we don't work hard enough, save enough, study enough, plan enough, or try hard enough. And we cannot be selective in what we fight. We have to fight against the censoring of our students as much as we fight against the censoring of our books. We have to fight against the selective use of comfort to suppress uncomfortable conversations, whether it's about the death and destruction in Tulsa 100 years ago or about the death and destruction in the Middle East today.